Hello, and welcome back to another video. In the last live stream for Portfolio, we went over, or we got to the point where we got the navigational stuff working. So I can click here, see my nav window, and when I expand this, I can see the nav window there. That seems like a bug. We'll look into it more. And I left looking at, okay, how am I going to fix this? Yes, this could be its own function component, and this could be the same, let's say, for loop. And then how would we expand upon it and start doing the main section? After some time thinking, I'm thinking, you know what? You might as well just get at least everything working, and then we can start taking a look at it bit by bit. So let's do that. First thing I noticed is that's not right. We need to put config title. There we go. And then this becomes title. Okay. And then the HTML section, we have a main right here. This goes all the way down. Oh. And we'll see what kind of pain we deal with. Shouldn't be too bad. I keep getting too much. I want all the way to the main bottom of the, nope, come on. Oh, there it goes. I just want what's inside the main. So then we can go into here. We can have that look, and it's going to fail. I'm just going to open this, move that all the way over there. Do Control F and start fixing shit because I'm converting from HTML to JSX. So let's start that process. I do want to apologize. I think I wrote this in the description of the previous video, but my aspect ratio is wrong. It was 9:10, I believe, or it was 9:16. It was something off. You got ugly black bars. It was not the normal aspect ratio. Reason for that was I was recording on my Mac and didn't realize it's not, they don't use the standard aspect ratio. Okay, next one is I need to do images. This will be fun. Image. Okay. And for this one, I just need to go bloop. And then just keep on scrolling. Loop. And we just need a hunt and peck for all of our different images. That might be wrong. And while we do that, I can find little sections like that and remove those as well. And we can always come back to those later. Go bloop. So, as I said again, or previously I should say, the reason why I'm doing this is twofold. One, I want to get better at making videos, get more comfortable on the camera. I want to show what it's like to learn stuff. So I'm learning React, I'm learning Next.js. Doing that for personal and work gains or reasons. In YouTube, we kind of glamorize what it's like to be a programmer. Oh, you make all this money, you sit at home and you drink your tea or your coffee, eating your avocado toast, and you make bank. They don't really show the kind of what the kind of job you would need to do in order to do real programming work. Well, this is real programming work. You could be given a task in your job to convert from HTML to Next.js or Angular or even PHP if your company still uses that, or you could be told to convert this PHP application to React, and then you have to go through this task of converting it from one to the other. So I do want to be transparent that I do need to learn Next.js and React for work. And as part of that, I'm recording this on a Monday. The Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week, and when this is actually released onto YouTube, it's not going to be released today, but just know that, let's say 5 days ago, let's put it, maybe 3 days ago, they had me go through a 3-day React course, and everything that I already knew is what they basically showed. I want to learn some more complicated events, like useMemo, for example. Why would you use useMemo? Don't quite understand that yet. And but they walked us through all the basics, and it's like, okay, yeah, I understand this. But so yeah, so you might hear me say terminology like class component, or function component, or start using more appropriate terminology for this. That's because I learned it from the class. And I did look at this before and said, hey, this is wrong, or that is wrong. Like having double ands or double A tags is wrong. And so we can move it to right here and close out an A tag and have another A tag. So we can do that stuff too. And I'm going to refactor all of this. So if you're screaming saying, no, you're doing it wrong, well, I will fix all of it later. It looks like I missed one. Oh, I missed a few. Okay, what are we yelling about up here? Oh, yep. This needs to get commented. This needs to get commented. Commented. Still see some red over there. And yes, I know some things are wrong. Like I have 2 classes here. Why do I have 2 classes here? I don't remember. I wrote this many years ago. Oh, what is this? What? Oh. I don't need that. I can just do that. Okay. So next, I know I have class equals. And that needs to turn into class name. Okay, and then I know I have like, you can't have multiple class names. You can only have one class name. please do not judge me by how this project looks today, because I initially did this based on a template I found online that I then highly modified, and the ironic part is either the template was Angular or React to begin with. I'm like, that's scary. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Well, lo and behold, 5 years, 8 years later, I am now converting it back to React, let's say. Which I think is kind of funny. But so some of this was not my doing. It was from the original template. But I also did highly modify it afterwards. I don't remember if I mentioned, but this should have been a live stream. This is a recorded live stream. Just so that you can see every little detail, so it's not glamorized. And we go down here. So I'm going to apologize now for all of the silence, because normally this would be a live stream where you would have interaction with people, and then we could go on tangents and all a bunch of other fun stuff. But alas, I don't. I'm not lucky enough to have people that show up to my live streams. Not big enough yet. So eventually I'll start having more live streams, like official live streams. I tried to, but the numbers weren't there. So I'm doing this for now as if it was a live stream. Let's see where it goes. After this video and the after this video and or at least video series is done, I am going to start making more polished content. I at least want this stuff to be done first. There we go. And just like that, we got the profile. You can go to skills, projects, experiences. You can start seeing some issues with CSS. So yes, my images aren't showing up really that well, but everything looks like it's working pretty good. We will add images over time. Yeah, a bunch of 404 not founds. A lot of errors. When looks like there was an improper, so if I open my resume, looks like that. Oh, here's an error. To be a function, instead got a string. So let's see where that onclick is. Delete that. Delete that. We got onclick. Click. So onclick expected to be a function. got a string. Get outbound link. What is this for? On click, get outbound link. You know, I don't remember this. Oh, this is for the Google Analytics stuff I ripped out. Yeah. So I actually don't need that anymore. There used to be Google Analytics built into this site. It didn't work very well. I will say that. Now I don't need that. It didn't work really well because I didn't set it up. There was part of the template that it just didn't have. Okay, so we got everything working. There are some not great issues. As you can see, the CSS is not great. I'm going to go back. I'm going to incorporate Tailwind CSS into this over time and see where that goes. It says on click is not. Let me run back to dev. I did do an npm outdated, and I did see that Next.js is a little out of date, but for right now I'm not too concerned. We have our config, which we talked about. I think right now I'm just going to start breaking it apart into different components. So one of the things that I like to do and to learn is look at other examples. And I'm also big into crypto. So over the working day to day, I discovered that there was a project that I follow called Nimble, and Nimble has a UI to show your balance. That is built using, I think, Vite or Vue. But anyway, it was Next.js behind the scenes. So Nimble viewer. No. Okay, let's go GitHub. Sign in. Let me. What would it be? Okay. And how do I see? Let's see. I want to see a list of repos that I have starred. Here are stars. Right here, Nimble Checker. So I looked at this. I'm like, oh, it's using Next. You can go on here and I don't know what that first site is. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But yeah, this right here is using it, and then I can go to source. I can see, hey, pages, API, and there's an underscore API, underscore document, checker. So, and then there's also a public. I have a public. I have a source. I have a source app. You know what? Let's also look at Next.js component folder. Is there a standard of how to put the actual components? So we have app, which is the app router. We have pages for pages router, public source so app router. Nested, dynamic, routing, parallel, CEO, pages. Let's see, components, font. Okay, still doesn't show me where I would put the different components. It's like, do everything in here. Okay. So I don't know the correct notation for this. Let's see what this says. Stumbled upon this post while searching for a suitable folder structure for the Next.js myself. I've been using system structure, but recently found that this is not how you're supposed to use Next.js. Treats every component under the pages folder as a page, so that non-pages folder just increase the build time. So I guess that's what you're supposed to do. So I'm going to do it. So source, new folder. I'm just going to call this components. And then I'm going to have this be new file. I can use JSX or JS, doesn't matter. Let's just do navigation. Actually, I'm going to make another folder. Components, another folder, navigation. And then inside of navigation, new file. I'm going to put nav element.js. And actually, let's look to see what it would look like. Not what it would look like, but what am I trying to do? I'm trying to have a larger component I can just import and just say nav and be done with it. And then inside of that, each one of these would be its own custom component, which would be its own function. And so I would have the little nav element inside. So if I would just do, let's do root. Nope, I don't want that. Let's just use comments. We have root. And then inside of root, we have our nav. I think that's how it worked, right? Yeah, we have root the nav. And inside nav, we have nav elements. Nav is already a thing. So I just have nav elements. Yeah, that should be fine. So I have nav elements. Let me rename this because I know how everything needs to be uppercase. Nav elements. And then I'm going to make another file called nav. React.js, and then let me look into JS versus JSX. Let's see. With React, but others use JSX. There's no when it comes to file extensions or whatever. Most mirror editors will also view it correctly. Yeah, I'll just go with JavaScript. I'm not a front-end dev, so let's export function. Let's go nav. And then inside of here, I'm going to take this whole piece and put nav. And then I have config right there. Could also have done the props config, but I don't care. So I'm going to do that. Oh, I forgot. Return. And then all of this nonsense. Go into here. What is going on? Nope, I meant to put this over here. Tab, tab. And then what I can do is I can import nav from, I want to go out, components, navigation, nav. And I can either do nav like that, but this is React. So I should be able to just do that and it will magically work. And then I need to do config equals config to pass it in. And just like that, we're done. We now have it in here. And then likewise, I need to import actually, I do the importing over here. Import nav element from right here, nav element, and that's not correct. It needs to be uppercase. Declared but never read. Yeah. So the nav element is another function. Yes, I like to have one item per folder, one component per file. You don't have to do it that way. It makes it easier, especially when it comes to testing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I guess just do the easiest part first. So I'm going to copy this. I need to remember which one is which. Let's do about XXX. Nope, that's a regular about. Not saying this site has the best experience. Did I save this? Oh, there's an error. Me. Okay, cannot read the property title. Okay. Get rid of this issue. Apparently hot reloading wasn't working. So I'm passing configs into here. Maybe I can just get away with that. Okay, now that's working. Okay. Now I'm going to put, let's see, AAA. Okay, that's big and then that's small. Okay, so I want to do, let's focus on the one down here. Oh, missed a title. Whoever my name is. There we go. So the first one is this right here. I'm going to copy this, nab into here, I'm going to paste it. And I'm actually going to take all of these. Yeah, I'll take all of these, copy, nav elements, and I'll paste them here so I can see, hey, what's the difference? I'll ignore this one. So they all have class name, navigate to such and such system. If I have my config file down here, I can see that there is a label. If I hover over them, I don't really know what this is anymore. What is ARIA label? Oh, it's accessibility. Oh. Do I use that string anywhere else? No. Okay. Well, let's see. about experience. So I can just say name section. Okay, and then the hashtag or pound symbol, whatever. You know what? I'm just going to add an href section. Href. Does that make sense? And then we have class name. It's waves effects, wave starks, teal text, cyan text. So I have that already. Teal text, cyan text. Does that say that? So I have the link, which is the About Me section. This is all black right now. What's the actual site show? This is all black too. Is it really needed then? I don't know. And I got person for the icon, and then it says about, and then a spam. That's pretty simple. What I'm going to do is I have the config. I pass the config into there. Here's the config. I just want to pass this section. So let me just take really it should be experiences, project, skills, awards. You know what? I'm just going to say href is the lower name, the name.lowercase. And it would be like that. Okay. And just so I can organize this for some sanity. Okay, so this is a single item. So we don't actually need this. And this is a very, very simplistic site. So it's not config, it is section. And in here, I'm going to come down here and say nav element. And I'm on the second part of it. I can just go into here, go nav element section equals, and inside of here, close it off, put nav element. Then I can put config dot navigation dot sections. I'll put 0. Unsupported component type undefined. Already included file name. I don't need to do it. Nav element is undefined. What does that mean? Oh, my Next.js is out of date. I do not want to use the latest. Okay. I could just, nope. Undefined. Is it yelling at me because I'm not using it? No. To export your component from the file it's defined in. And named imports. Oh, it's nav. Jeez, that's what I get for blindly copying and pasting. And I should see about, and I do, which is wonderful. Okay, so then I have inside of here, and I can go like that. Okay, why doesn't this work? JSX element. Expected. Okay. So it'd be section dot name. And then this would be, I'm just curious. I don't think this would work, but I just want to, yeah. So normal JavaScript rules or Node.js rules apply. And then this would be, oh, in there, dot to lower. Is it too lower or too lowercase? It is too lowercase. Okay. And then we have same thing in here. And then this would be section dot icon color. This would just be section name. Oh, this would be color again. And there's that. And then we do section dot icon. And it would work. And then just like that, we got everything. Yeah, everything checks out. Red, text, orange, blue, brown, everything, yeah. I know I had a thing right here. It said visibility false. I did have the resume. What did I have here? Yeah, I did all the way to content. Gray blue install YouTube DL. What is that? Oh, over here. Why is this? That's not accurate. Yeah. Oh. That was from thing I was doing. Completely different. So yeah, so next step is to replace all these. So I would do, no, it's down here. So I'm just going to go loop. So make sure that I have I'm having a resume display twice, but that's okay. Dot for each section. Actually, put this over there, make sure everything lines up. Yep. Actually, tab. And everything's gone. Why is that? You know what? Let's do a map. We're mapping section into section. No, it didn't work. Why did that not work? Config navigation sections. I want that section to be part of that section. If I rerun it, maybe? No? Nope. Yep, failed to compile. So I need that part. config navigation sections. And then I want to map each of these sections into here for them to take this, do with what I want. Okay, let's take a step. Console.log should have the different sections here. And we do. We're printing out each one as we were to expect. In fact, if that's console, not the other section console, I don't know. Okay, so that's what we needed. If we actually had that working, did I just need not that? No, I just don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it like that. So now we got that. And if we go if we can have section dot visible is equal to let's see. Oh. Normally they see it like this. Let's do visible up here. True. Off. Okay. Let's see if this works. Return. Section dot visible and okay. And okay. So only the visible sections are going to show up. So let's just add that. And we got it. Okay, just gonna clean this up a little bit. And I can take the same thing. I can put it right here. And I got that working. Top level renderer is using UL. What's warning keys? Oh, unlisted item versus each child in the list should have a unique key property. So I think it's saying ID 0. ID 1. ID 2. ID 3. ID 4. ID 5. ID 6. ID 7. ID 8. ID 9. Is that what it was asking about? Unclick again. There was no unclick. Public, style sheets. Is there an unclick on here? I don't know. But it's this kind of stuff that's going to allow me to slowly get more and more into the direction I want to be. It's actually this kind of stuff, or this kind of format, that I'll be doing the same thing, same process for each and every card. So yeah, don't quite understand what the UI or UL is complaining about, but eventually I'm just going to have a nav, a main, there's the sections, and then break this into smaller and smaller components. I think right now is a good time to stop and take a break. I might come back to this and try to figure out how to combine these two sections, because they're extremely similar. Extremely similar. Like, click here. That's going in the main. Oh, really? Finding all sorts of bugs in this. logic, class name underline. ID about. Let's just go fix that. I have main and I have intro. Okay. That takes me to the top. Okay. Like it's only the outer class that has this issue, and I still have this over here. I so want to combine it. So we got bold. It's navigate to Andrew's resume. The href is something completely different. I might add it. Have it be its own special case. And then I can then I can have something dynamic and say, hey, if I have this many pixels, show this. Go to this class, have that many pixels, show that. I think I'll leave that for another time. And now I'm trying to figure out what am I going to do next. Yeah. I have these different sections in the project. So I think each section I'm going to make into its own component. So I have navigation, then I'm going to have a sections section, and go that route. So yeah, I have resume, it does nothing. So nav, if it's visible, and you know what? Visible, 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 visible. And section dot name is not equal to resume. It didn't work. When did that work? H8. Makes no sense. Anyway, I guess it's definitely a good time to take a break so I can ponder and try to figure out why that's not working. And then I might, off camera, work on doing more of this in the same manner. And then I'll post another video with my results, or I'll post a video actually doing the work. Don't know yet, but further ado, until next time, have a great day. I'll see you in another video.